Rush, Barnes and Wright too. But Gary Ablett is back after suspension and Ronnie Whelan is fit again. Nevertheless, there are 6 players in that Liverpool lineup new to the Merseyside derby. Amongst the new boys, 2 of Graham Souness's major signings. Dean Saunders, whose father Roy played for Liverpool against Everton 35 years ago. And Mark Walters, whose secret is now well and truly out. When your middle name is Everton, you're looking for an especially good derby debut. Howard Kendall has made a confident team selection. Peter Beardsley stepping back into the midfield. Recalls for Neil MacDonald and for Mike Newell. Kevin Ratcliffe and Robert Varshika are on the bench. On the whistle today, Ray Lewis from the Surrey village of Great Bookham. Not many Merseyside derbies have been played in the shadow of Manchester football for a while. Not that August league positions count for very much. At the same early stage of last season, Liverpool themselves were setting the hot title pace and Everton were rock bottom. John Everall starting at left back for Everton. Mike Newell, one of the many players with reverse connections. He spent his early days as a Liverpool youth player, turning the ball out of play for the throw. Steve McManaman. Nickel. That's awkward. Saunders trying to get there. Almost came for Walters. Turned away as far as David Burrows. It's there! 48 seconds. David Burrows' first ever goal for Liverpool in the very first minute. What a start. And what a shot. Southall never moved. David Burrows has lit the fuse. A goal inside the opening minute. Mike Newell for Everton. Mark Ward operating on the right-hand side. Winning the corner off the hero of the hour, David Burrows. While Merseyside derbies traditionally get off to fast starts, Kenny Dalglish once scored a goal in 20-odd seconds at Goodison Park. Oh, that's just about as quick as they come. Header from Keown, away by Tanner and then by Saunders. McManaman. One back by Ward. Ward again. John Everall. Neil MacDonald. Trying his luck from long range, it wasn't a million miles away. Explosive shooting. First from Burrows and then just off target from Neil MacDonald. Wow. Not a day to be a goalkeeper. McMahon looking for Walters. Harper and Walters in close proximity, as they will be for much of the afternoon. But Neville Southall must have been startled by the sheer ferocity of that shot from David Burrows. He didn't even know it had happened. Mike Newell stretching Gary Ablett, wrestling off the ball. Everall is forward in support. Houghton has played it to Cottee. What a chance. Tony Cottee, who's never scored a goal at Anfield, has never had a better opportunity. Ray Houghton it was who set him up. He can't have expected it. Right at Grobbelaar though. MacDonald catching McMahon. Free kick to Liverpool. The game is 3 minutes old. It could have been 2-2. But it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Sheedy hemmed in by McManaman and Saunders. Keown did well to play his way out of trouble. Neil MacDonald, Mark Ward, Alan Harper getting forward beyond him. It's a scintillating start. Beardsley coming deep. Past Houghton. Into Cottee. Broke off Ablett. One back by Beardsley. Good challenge by Nicol, away by McMahon. McManaman clattered by Everett. Play on, says the referee. Now he stopped it, and Liverpool were very, very unhappy. Even unhappier because Newell went in late on Nicol. Mike Newell taking his own means of retribution. That was the tackle by Everett on McManaman, but that's not what caused the booking. It was Newell who went in on Nicol afterwards, off the ball and off the camera. It's 3.5 years since Everton have beaten Liverpool in a First Division match. Their consolation prize last season, eventual victory in that unforgettable 3-game FA Cup series. Everton's sole success in the last 10 Merseyside derbies. They arrived here today with high hopes, but they've been taken down a peg or two in the opening exchanges by David Burrows. Steve Nicol. Saunders in pursuit, looking to catch Southall off his line. It was an adventurous idea. Everton have a free kick anyway because Mike Newell was taken. Sheedy finding Ward effortlessly. Walters got a foot in. MacDonald swung in towards Newell. Chance for Everett maybe, went in bravely. Tanner managed to smuggle it clear. Ward holding off Walters. Sheedy to MacDonald. Newell again. Everett with space again. Side netting. Grobbelaar had it covered. John Everett taking every opportunity to push on from left back. Newell's touch crucial, but the angle wasn't great for Everett. Harper finding Beardsley, couldn't control it. Tanner, only as far as Cottee, and now Beardsley looking for Ward. David Burrows will be watching the naming of the England squad very closely on Monday with Stuart Pearce out. He was included in the squad for the match against the Soviet Union back in May, but didn't play. Ward. Burrows got in the challenge. MacDonald, though. Everett really is pushing Houghton back at every opportunity. Keown holding up McManaman. This is MacDonald. Sheedy. Dave Watson captaining the side today in the absence of Kevin Ratcliffe, for now anyway. Ratcliffe is on the bench. Ward. Newell hesitated there for a moment, but he forced Ablett to play the pass to Burrows, which he did expertly. Graham Souness played in 12 league derbies for Liverpool. His only defeat was his first back in 1978 when Andy King scored the winner for Everton at Goodison. Souness himself scored a winning goal in his last Merseyside derby as a player, the 84 Milk Cup final replay at Main Road. Howard Kendall says he's never forgiven him. Steve McManaman. Mark Walters. Only Saunders in the middle. Only Saunders necessary. The Dean Saunders Roadshow is off and running. It got away to a rather late start, but he scored a cracker down at the Cop End in midweek. And now with 15 minutes gone, he scored his second of the week. Walters' cross finding its way past Everton all the way to Saunders, and he drilled it through Southall and in at the near post. There was an element of surprise there. Southall must have imagined that Everton would cut it out, but he couldn't keep out the shot from Saunders. I do believe it clipped the post on the way in. And Dean Saunders, who had talks with Everton before signing for Liverpool, has marked his derby debut with a goal. And Liverpool are 2 up in 15 minutes. Ward finding Beardsley. Good interception by Tanner at the stretch. Mark Walters. Saunders and McManaman are up with him. Good challenge by Alan Harper. Free kick goes Everton's way. Ablett the guilty man. Be another yellow card. Gary Ablett, just back from suspension, having been sent off in a pre-season friendly in Sweden. He's in trouble with the law again. And Mike Newell's in trouble with that left ankle. But Dean Saunders following in Dad's footsteps very, very impressively indeed. What a week it's been for him. It was only a matter of time. The Cop in full voice. Alan Harper. Header away by Whelan. Beardsley caught in possession by McManaman. Ward's won it back. MacDonald. Ward. Challenged by Walters. Whelan trying to get Saunders on his way, but he's just offside. Newell's having a very game match up front. Very willing, but he hasn't really been able to link up with those around him as yet. Houghton, MacDonald, Ward, Beardsley. Sharp challenge by Whelan. Sheedy. Now Newell trying to get in behind Liverpool. And Nicol concedes the corner kick. But really, since that stinging shot from Neil MacDonald in the opening minutes, Liverpool's goal has survived relatively untroubled. Martin Keown is on the near post. Dave Watson is loitering around the penalty spot. Sheedy's corner finding the head of Nicol. Ward. This time Burrows got ahead to the ball. Now Newell. Cottee trying to get in there. Saved by Grobbelaar. Corner kick. Tony Cottee quickly onto the ball. Sniffed out the chance. But it was an awkward sort of angle. And Grobbelaar blocked out the line at the near post. Sheedy. Flick from Keown this time. Grobbelaar's nowhere and McMahon had to help him out. Bruce Grobbelaar was on a walkabout then. He left the answer phone on and moved out of his goal. And Steve McMahon was the man who was at home guarding the property. Sheedy this time. Keown with a flick. Burrows managed to turn it away from Newell, who came in with a diving header on the edge of the 6-yard box. But Everton had their moments during those skirmishes. String of corners, and they're not finished yet. McMahon and Whelan trying to sort it out. Whelan appears to be carrying a bit of an injury. Free kick against John Everett for levering Dean Saunders off the ball. McMahon completing this kick. Mark Ward. Newell. MacDonald. Sheedy with space. What Everton wouldn't give for a goal back before half-time. MacDonald. They went on the same wavelength. Houghton. McManaman leading the breakout. Saunders to the right. Walters here to the left. Mark Walters. Dean Saunders with space. Volleyed across Southall and wide of the far post. But how on earth did Dean Saunders get that kind of space again inside the Everton box? But he pulled away from Everett as the defenders watched the ball, and Everton had to watch the ball gratefully wide. Newell finding Cotty this time, holding off Tanner. There were strong handball appeals, and they've been heeded by the referee. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Cotty felt that he was being buffeted. Just gathered it in there. Robillard behind it anyway. That's half-time, and that's a very, very satisfactory 45 minutes work for Graham Souness's team. They were in front inside a minute. David Burrows thundering in his first ever goal for the club. An absolute screamer at the top end. And Dean Saunders squeezing in the second from the most difficult of angles. Liverpool 2 up in 15 minutes. I've been just about value for it. Everton, aside from an early shot by MacDonald, have had very little of substance in reply. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Mike Marsh, who made such an impact as a substitute against Manchester City and Luton last week, is on for Ronnie Whelan, whose participation in this game was something of a gamble because of a knee problem. That startling goal by David Burrows inside the first minute was in fact the 200th that Liverpool have scored in almost a century of Football League encounters with Everton. The all-time scoreboard shows Liverpool 53 wins, Everton 48. And Everton are going to have to find something pretty dramatic as they attack the Kop end in this second half if they are to prevent the gap from widening. Mark Ward. Alan Harper. Mike Newell. Robillard dealt with that pretty well, considering the surprise element from Newell. Not altogether sure what he had in mind, but whatever it was menacing. Robillard had to be alert. Sheedy corner to defend against. Keown flick to defend against, and Tanner defends. MacDonald though. Sheedy onside. Ward. Ablett just got a touch. Another Everton corner. The earlier the better for Everton if they are to begin a comeback. Sheedy. Watson's in there, so too Newell. Got a touch, so too did Burrows. Right by Marsh. Harper. MacDonald. Keown is still forward. Goal kick. Martin Keown, who was the Everton sponsors selection as man of the match against Manchester United last weekend, and a good selection too. Everton throw. Ward losing out. Burrows to Marsh. Now McManaman. Burrows again. Walters. Got past Harper, who impeded him. Alan Harper has said a word out of place. And Alan Harper will become the third name to be noted by Ray Lewis. Feels as though he's getting a raw deal in that head-to-head with Walters. Having a head-to-head with the referee as a result. Walters with the free kick. Oh, I say, hit the post. Southall in pursuit has made a good sliding challenge, but he lost the flight of Walters' free kick. Either that or his judgment was absolutely perfect. But I think Neville Southall was very nearly red-faced then. Walters' free kick just kept curling as it passed Tanner's head and made contact with the woodwork. And that time Walters is the guilty man. He may never have played in an Everton-Liverpool game, but he has played in a few Celtic Rangers games, and that's not a bad warm-up. And he very nearly marked his Derby debut with a goal there. And Everton are ready to make the change. And Tony Cottee is the man who will be replaced. And that will mean, I suspect, that Peter Beardsley will be pushed into an advanced role. Robert Varshika will come on and patrol the right flank. Ward will switch to the left. And Beardsley will join Mike Newell up the front. Here is Varshika. It was a bold move by Howard Kendall last season to the rather unknown territories of the Eastern European transfer market. But he's always prepared to look further afield. He was linked with Georgi Hagi last season and with Darius Vodovcic, the Pole who plays for Celtic, and with Wim Kieft. And a move for Jan Molby across the city was muted last month too. Beardsley's made the big move and now moves up front in a bid to try and make more of an impact against his former colleagues. Everton throw. An hour gone. 2-0 Liverpool lead. Nick Tanner, who's had a very, very sound game for a man with so little experience of this kind of contest. McManaman, space for Houghton offside. McManaman maybe just delayed the pass a split second too long. Fair challenge by Keown. Everett looking back to his goalkeeper. Saunders having a nibble. Keown. Only for McManaman. Houghton. Nicholl started a forward run to his right. McMahon. Marsh. Saunders. Lovely passing. Well seen by Dave Watson. Burrows though. He's played Houghton into space. Onside Ray Houghton. 3-0 Liverpool. It's a long, long way back for Everton now. Ray Houghton's third goal against Everton for Liverpool has surely put the seal on a great afternoon for Graham Souness and company. It was the classic midfielder's run from deep. It was Terry McDermott all over that. And a finish that McDermott himself would have been proud of. Ray Houghton's second of the season. Liverpool's third of the afternoon, without reply. And the goal came in the 62nd minute. Liverpool are looking for more. And nobody's looking harder than McMahon. And he's found Houghton here, and he's got Saunders and McManaman in the middle. It's in towards Saunders, and Alan Harper has to turn it behind for a corner. And Liverpool now just emphasising their superiority as we tick into the final quarter. And play is halted because Martin Keown is in need of some attention. Kevin Ratcliffe, the Everton club captain, will come on in his place. A little landmark for Ratcliffe too. This is his 32nd Merseyside derby appearance, equaling Grobbelaar's total. He's just one behind Hansen. And nobody in the history of Everton has played in this fixture more. And rarely in that history of Everton needed something more. McMahon. Houghton. Saunders. Houghton. Tanner still forward. Ward still back. And Liverpool maintain this 3-goal margin. It'll be their clearest Derby Day victory since 1983. McMahon. Mark Walters. McManaman. Oh, he almost went all the way. He took on 3 and still squeezing a shot. And Southall had to make a smart save from Steve McManaman. But that's another marvellous pass from McMahon. It's come for Steve McManaman. He took his time and just wanted a little bit too much. MacDonald. Ward. Beardsley. Mike Newell. Now, is this a chance for some consolation for Mike Newell? Yes, it is. Mike Newell's reward for a very willing afternoon's work. It seems improbable that it could be the start of a genuine comeback, but it's something to show for their afternoon's work. Peter Beardsley provided it beautifully. Newell's brought the ball under control with his head and then kept his head. Mike Newell's first of the season. Liverpool 3, Everton 1. Too little, too late. It's a red letter day on Merseyside. Graham Souness makes a triumphant return to the derby stage. Liverpool move 6 points ahead of Everton in the early standings and move up to the shoulder of the title pacemakers. It's been a long and barren afternoon for Peter Beardsley on his return to Anfield. Everton could hardly have made a less promising start. David Burrows giving Liverpool a sensational lead inside of a minute. A goal added to by Dean Saunders before half-time and by Ray Houghton after half-time. That's the 5th league derby in a row for Liverpool. They're still top dogs on Merseyside, but their sights are set a little higher than that. Liverpool 3, Everton 1.